In this video, I want to show you 3 marketing prompts that allows you to go from product to audience research, copywriting, and then translating this into briefings for graphic design and for video content, so that in the end you will have a 5-page document like this here, where you have all the research in copywriting and briefing, and this at the click of a button. I also later then will show you how you can create an automation that you only fill out this questionnaire here, and then you will receive this document automated in your inbox. So let's get started right away. I have created the system and these prompts because I myself am a performance marketing agency owner since 5 years. And I use ChatGPT since the end of 2022 when it came out. So I want to share a little bit of insights and my approaches to this so that you can translate and use these prompts fully for free. You will find the links to the prompts doc, which you can see here, as well as the blueprint for the automation for free in the description. All right, so let's get started. First of all, one thing that from my perspective, many people miss when they start automating marketing processes or using ChatGPT for kinds of this. They have a product and then they say, ChatGPT, I have, I don't know, a camera. Now write me 5 ad texts for cameras. And then they wonder why this is so generic, or why it may not work, or maybe why the output is not as great. And the reason for that, from my perspective, is because they start right away with the creation of the ad texts, but they will always be generic when you don't have an audience. So first of all, always start with your audience. You want to automate the processes that you're doing anyways. And you're starting with the audience, with pain points, with emotional triggers, with their desires, and you find this out first. And for this, it's great to use ChatGPT and to automate this process. So here you can see the prompt. You only need to fill in these 2 yellow questions. What is your product and what is the USP of your product? And based on this, then ChatGPT will conduct a thorough research on the potential audiences. It will return you multiple audiences that all have key demographics, psychographics, interests, behaviors, and relevant marketing trends in them. Generally speaking, this research is focused then on likely buyers and their problems in life, their desired goals, their motivations in life, and their awareness levels. Then this output, and we will go through this after I explained all the prompts, will create all the data and backstory for then the next prompt to better work. And the next prompt is about copywriting. So we assign a role as usual, then we reference the audience data. Since it will be all in the same chat, ChatGPT will know or will refer to the data that it created as output before. Then we assign the specific task what to do, and this you can modify depending on your own preferences. So if you, for example, are a Google advertiser, then you can say create text for Google that have a maximum of 90 characters, for example. Or maybe you want to write ads for, I don't know, a magazine. So you have any limitations or specifics that you want to go into, then under this aspect here, you can modify it for your own needs and tell it exactly what to do. Also, if you like to have a certain tone of language, then you can also modify this in here. And then lastly, we have the research, we have the texts, so that we are already established a direction for our ad. Now, as the last step, we want to create briefings that we can forward to either graphic designers or to video creators. And for this, we also have here a role. We have a specific task. It will output 3 specific briefings, but you can change it in here. And if you would like to add some aspects or leave them out, of course, feel free to adapt and modify this prompt also to your personal needs. If you do this, then you have a quite simple yet powerful 3-step process that returns outputs that are much more tailored towards your personal needs and that you can already use. And I will show you this process in the automation because I don't like to have this document always near myself and ready and then copy these prompts and put them into ChatGPT, but I would like to have it more as one link that I save from here a questionnaire where I simply fill in these 3 fields and then it will be sent in a Google Doc to my email. So I don't need to copy paste something or remember something where I stored something. I simply paste it in and then I will have everything ready. And for this, we use make.com to create this automation here that is quite simple. And if you follow my steps in the setup process and in some small modifications to the prompts, then you can use it for your own self and establish it for yourself. All right, so let's get started. First of all, I use as input Tally forms, but you can also use Google Forms or maybe also Google Sheets, whatever you like. Personally speaking, I like this very clean interface of Tally. It's also a free tool, so you can sign up, and it's also well integrated in make.com and works with a webhook trigger. So if you set it up yourself, then we will do this right now. First of all, you click at the bottom here on the plus and select Tally, and then watch new responses. When you do this, you sign up once with your Tally account in here, and then you click on add. And when you do this, you will have then here under form ID the option to choose your process. I named this now add system, so this is what I choose. I confirm with save and also confirm here with OK, and then we will have the input. As the next step, we now need 3 ChatGPT modules, and I will show you how they are set up here. So first of all, here you click now on this, you choose OpenAI and then create a chat completion. And what you paste in is the following. So as a module, you can choose for or mini, then this whole automation will not even cost you a cent to run. Under messages, you choose as a role system, then you paste this text in here, which you can also find in the document here, always under role. Then you add a message here and then select as a role user or user here. And then we need to modify a little bit of the prompt, because now we want to use the data that we input into the form and automatically paste it into the prompt here for product and also the USP. And this is what we do here at the top. The rest of the prompt is nearly the same. The only thing we need to modify is that the output format is an HTML code, because this will be required later for the Google document we want to create. Otherwise, it's plain text from top to bottom, same font size and so on. It will not be very pleasant to go through. So this is why we need to also mention that we want the output in HTML. If you want to understand how to set it up, then follow me. But if you simply would like to download and upload your this automation already, then I have the free blueprint in the video description where you can download it and upload it to your own make.com account. Okay, as the last step, we assign a max token of 0, because we don't need a max for O mini. Then we duplicate nearly this step. we click on the plus, choose OpenAI again, create a chat completion, and I will open this here in the previously already done module here. We once again assign the role on the system, what it is. Then we reference the audience data from the previous step, and once again paste in what the product and the USP is about. The rest is then about the copywriting. Also, once again, we need an output as HTML. After this is done, we do this for a third time. OpenAI, create a completion. And you know this, how it works already. For 𝗏𝗏 as a module role system, then we assign the role, and under user we paste in the prompt. Here we have at the bottom all the data, and then create the output as HTML. Max token 0 once again. All right, now we have automated these prompts here, and now we want to set up a output. And for this, we want to have a Google Docs, because then it's very simple to find it again in the drive structure if you have it set it up yourself, and it's also pleasant to read through and to share with others. For this, you click on the plus, you choose Google Docs, and then create a document. You sign in with your Google Workspace or private Google account, and then under name you assign the name for the document. What I did is I created this at system. This is like the name for every document. And then I reference the product. And for this, you can go here to the bottom and then choose the input that you gave in the questionnaire under what is the product. Here under content, and I will copy paste this once again from here, there is a little bit of HTML that I added here, but you create a headline for audience, then you have the output from the audience research, some line breaks, then you do copywriting, the copywriting result, and the same for the briefing. And then here at the bottom, you choose the document's location. So you click on this and then you select one of your folders in your drive structure. You confirm with OK. And then as the last step, you want to send it to yourself. You can use email, you can use Slack, you can use WhatsApp, whatever way you prefer. In this step, I used email. And this is also the reason why in the form we have a input field for email address, so that we know to which email address we want to send our report. So we click on the plus, choose email as a module, and then send an email. After this is loaded, under the To tab, we click on Add a Recipient and then choose here from the bottom of the list the last field we can choose. This is the email field. Then under Subject, you can use whatever makes you aware of what this email is about. So for example, your ad system report. And then for fun, we want to reference the product once again. So we go back in here and choose the product here from the tally form. Then as content type, we want the email to be plain text. It will be a very short email. So here is your ad system report. And then we want to get the link from the document. And for this, it is called here in the Google Docs tab, Web View Link. This you use, and then the link will be automatically inserted here. You confirm with OK, and that's it. Now you have an automation that runs every time you submit the form, and you do not need to copy paste any prompts, or if you're working in a team, you can share this link to the form with everyone, and then everyone can generate their own outputs. As this is very cheap, it's below 1 cent per output. It won't use a lot of your resources if you're working with other people as well. And to show you how this works, I will run this one time. If you want to use it like forever, then make sure to save it. And then here under scheduling, turn it on so that it runs every time this form will be submitted. I will do it only now for one time. So I click on run once, and then you will see now it's loading and it's waiting for data. So, okay. It's now waiting for data. So we will fill out this form here. So as a product, we choose once again our camera. And then as main benefit, we mention that it has the best chip for landscape photography. And what other USP does it have? It has a very low ISO to photograph stars at night. Then we are specific with our USPs, and this supports then the ChatGPT prompts to find the right audiences and also the right tones for the texts and then for the briefings. And then I want to send it to myself. All right, and then I submit it. And what you will see here in the form, in the make automation in a second, it will show up that this has been submitted. You can already see how it's working. So there was an input received. You can see this here, that the data is in here. Now the prompts are working. It's creating the first, second, and in a second, third result. And then we will have an email in our inbox approximately 30 seconds after starting this automation. All right, so the email we have received, let's check if that's the case. Okay, we have it here. And then you can also see here's the link. We can click on it and then read through our report. So I hope this is of value for you. And if you like to receive more automations and input to how you can create systems and automations as a marketing agency or for your marketing processes, then make sure to watch the other videos. For example, this one here, how you can generate unlimited ideas for your ads using AI.